My name is Fernando Perez. I'm from Spain, and I've been all my life a concert guitarist and recording artist. Since very young, I started playing guitar, and that's all I have been doing until today. So you can imagine how I felt when I discovered one good day out of the blue that my hands, my fingers were not responding to me. I mean, I couldn't play anymore. I was diagnosed with musician's dystonia. They told me all these things that you hear, and that is one of those rare conditions, and many people, they tell you there is not an answer to it, etc. So yeah, I feel really bad. I mean, it's obvious. But you know what? I decided to not dwell on that and to think very positive, take one day at a time, one moment at a time, and figure out things as they came. So soon enough, I heard of Dr. Joaquin Farias, who was helping a lot of people with this condition and actually getting very successful at healing or helping people heal dystonia. So I set up a meeting with him. I was patient to wait until the date was available and went to visit him. And it was really something great. I mean, I learned how to heal myself from this condition. Yeah. So he helped me how to retrain my brain and how important it was to have a very positive attitude. And I learned all of that. So nowadays, I can say one thing. It might sound strange to you, especially if you are living with this condition till today, but going through a dystonia was one of the greatest things that could have happened in my life. Really. I'm not selling it out. Obviously, I don't wish this to anybody, but at the same time, for me, it has been the most special experience and the most wonderful, growing and enriching experience that I've gone in my whole life in many levels, okay? First, personally, as a person, I have grown up so much going through all this, learning how to stay positive means, how to have some mindfulness means, and how much it helped me not only with this condition, but in life in general. And so it was super important and it was great. And it was not difficult at all to learn and practice it and make it become a part of me. Obviously, as a musician, as a guitar player, yes, initially I have all this problem, I couldn't play. But as soon as I started working on it, I started getting results, relatively quick, And yeah, I have to put hours and I have to put discipline on it. But really, I mean, in the meantime, I never stopped working as a professional musician. Yeah, I needed to adjust certain things, I couldn't play with my full hand. So I would play with one finger or two or whatever I could just manage just for the time being, while I was practicing and working on healing myself. That's something that I really learned, with Joaquin. It was like he shows you the way, but you are the one that has to do all the work. So as a musician, not only I got healed of this condition, but I also found a new horizon, a new open horizon in my playing. So I fixed my conditions and I learned different ways, to play, and I understood much better how the brain works and the hands work when you play music or an instrument. So that gave me also the chance to find a way to even go farther. Even nowadays that I'm playing normal, I would say, like without the condition, I have more room and more ideas and more knowledge to get better and farther, yeah. So that's obviously is wonderful. So it's not that I went back to how I was, I think that is one of our mistakes, that when we go through a crisis in life, we want to go back to the way things used to be. But I think one of the key things was to be ready to just let go of how things used to be and be ready and welcome to embrace a new life. And that's what happened to me, and that's why I'm saying it's so wonderful that I went through this experience, yeah, because my new life is way better. Okay, so obviously I learned so many things about myself, about growing up as a person, as a guitar player. Also, many things I can pass now to my students when I teach workshops here and there, and things I can put in music. So, really, my experience with Dystonia was very special, and I will recommend anybody to really embrace it and just love it the way it is. And I know it's hard and it can be very challenging, but really, if you connect with the positive side and have a lot of hope and have always good thoughts, and when some negative thinking is coming to you, just make sure you rest well, you eat well, you do some good exercise, and you keep yourself healthy and balanced, because you're on your way to get better and to just gain for yourself a better life, not the one used to be, but a better one. Really, I mean, what else can I say?